That was the closest I've come to almost not hitting the button in time because I went to go look at something else. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. I am Kyle, the editorial director for Laughing Place, and joining me this morning is not Doobie, although Doobie is allegedly going to pop in at the very end of the show. But we have Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hi. We also have comments from Doobie in the chat we'll get to in a second. But can I give a little inside LP for a moment?
Yeah.
In our private Slack channel, whenever I leave for lunch, I'll usually throw in a Pixar GIF. I'm not getting into that debate today. But I forgot I have this on my desk. And I was like, well, now I could just pick one at random. Oh, although there's no eating scenes in the blue umbrella, but that could be
you sure?
How I determine it now. Anyway.
Do we have any other comments besides you said
yes.
do we have comments? Let's say
yes. We have Fred saying his best Flash impression top.
Oh, let's not.
Okay, well, we'll be talking plenty about Zootopia too today, I think. Nikki, though, has another question. Do you call what one has on Thanksgiving stuffing or dressing?
Well, in theory, you could have both because dressing goes on a salad and stuffing goes in a turkey, hence the stuffing. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I've heard people call that dressing or maybe it's on the box. Does the box say dressing?
I think it says stuffing. I know I call it stuffing, but to your point about the dressing, when my grandmother used to say, oh, we have the dressing, and I was picturing her putting ranch all over the turkey.
I mean, I don't like ranch, but it sounds like that would be appealing to some people. I think dressing sounds Canadian because they have the all dressed. Maybe it's a Canadian Thanksgiving thing.
Also fair. Doobie says when he was a child, it was dressing. Now it's stuffing.
All right, so maybe not Canadian, but a different subsect.
Hi, Fred.
All right, let's get started the way we always start. Yesterday, when we did this, the stock price was at 103.47. Let me give this a quick refresh and see where we're at now. And then I forgot to add Tony. Oh, no, you're still here. How nice. I thought I was going to drop you. Sometimes you have to set people. Anyway, it's at 104.10. Look at this nice spike. So hopefully things stay above that Disney 100 threshold for as long as possible. Maybe even go back up to 200. I would enjoy that as a shareholder. But now
I saw something that said if you put in $10,000 15 years ago or something into Disney stock, you'd have 9,540 something today.
There was one that I saw for Beyond Meat where if you invested $1 million, you'd have like 1,000. Not good. Anyway. Tony, you got to watch the finale of Dancing with the Stars last night.
Got to, had to, however you want to phrase it. I didn't have to do it for work, but I had to stay part and relevant in friendly group chats. Yes, I did watch the Dancing with the Stars finale last night, and you have 3 seconds to mute it before I reveal who the champion was if you're avoiding social media. 2, 1. Robert Irwin took home the Mirrorball Trophy with his partner Whitney Carson, and he will be appearing among numerous other fan favorites in the Dancing with the Stars tour on select dates. The part that they announced last night that was really cool, I would say arguably there were 3 people everybody wanted to win that we kind of knew they wouldn't, and that would be Andy, Danielle, and Elaine. They will be serving as co-hosts throughout the tour for each night of the tour, but then other fan favorite contestants will be appearing on select nights throughout, which I thought was a really cool touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kicks off in Akron, Ohio, of all places.
Yes. And those who are really desperate to see Alex Earl, who came in second, she is only appearing 2 nights on the 14th and 15th in New Jersey and New York. So, yes.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you're like, oh, why did they get 3? Oh, it's Radio City Music Hall. I guess they can have a couple extra people.
Keep going because there's one with 5. Because every night Robert's there, he'll be there with partner Whitney Carson, and that's the only time she's appearing in the tour is with Robert. So there's some nights that it's a fully like stacked lineup there, and I think those are all in Hollywood and LA.
Yeah, these few with and Andy. Like one of these things is not like the other.
Well, so Andy, Elaine, and Danielle, when they're there, they serve as the co-hosts of the whole show. I don't think they're actually performing throughout, but yes. Whereas the other ones, I feel like will at some point.
Yeah. So you can get your tickets now. I assume that they're going on sale.
On some of them, yes, not all, but that's why I basically threw in the link. Check the official site for your tickets.
Always good advice. Well, Zootopia 2 hits theaters today, and in celebration of that, last night, Doobie's very good friend, Jason Bateman, and I believe some other cast members, appeared on Jeopardy in a category all about animals, the real-life animals of Zootopia. So there he is, Jason Bateman. And yeah, they released the video. So now you can go through and watch. Oh, yeah, there's Jennifer Goodwin. That was a sloth. Speaking of Flash, so there you go. You could check out cute videos and see if you can get the correct questions in that Jeopardy category.
I'm sorry, I have a slight accent, I guess. The Mirabelle Trophy, Mirror Ball.
I don't know.
And yes,
you're calling the rasp in your
2.
throat.
Robert Irwin of Zootopia 2, which is currently, I literally checked before we went on, 93% on Zootopia 2, which is 1% down on Rotten Tomatoes from when I checked yesterday, which was 94% when I wrote this article. But
we saw 93 on the morning show, and they released like a meter reveal that Disney put out, and it was at 93, and they even said like as of this time on
yeah. When I looked, it had I think 48 reviews, and it was 94. Today it had 81, maybe 89, and it was at 93. Either way, it is still the highest fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes for Walt Disney Animation Studios since Raya and the Last Dragon. Wish and Moana 2 and Strange World all were well beneath. So, but yeah, it's a good sign, and that movie's gonna take the world by storm. So,
yeah, well, we'll see. It's part of, as you saw yesterday, Sorcerer's Streak. That's your question, is whether it'll be the top movie today at the box office according to the numbers. So make sure you answer that. Scrubs is coming back, and they released a fun little teaser for it that I'll show you in the background here. I guess I checked their site and stuff why there wasn't like a horizontal, because it's kind of cut weird and vertical. I finally found it, but we already had the vertical one uploaded. But yeah, fun to see some new characters and also the return of old ones we all appreciate, like JD and Turk and Carla and Dr. Cox and Elliot. So we can check this out. Returns on Wednesday, February 25th. It'll be a 2-episode premiere on ABC, and of course you can watch it the next day on Hulu. I am a big Scrubs fan, so I'm excited for that return.
I saw that teaser. I thought of you and another friend of mine who are just both obsessed with that show.
If I told you how many times I've fallen asleep and woken up to the DVD menu song looping, yeah, I just hit the wrong thing. Percy Jackson coming out for a new season. It's doing something kind of interesting. They're going to have a special event, a free event that you can go to at the Getty Museum in Los Angeles. It's going to be for a limited time on weekends. It'll be December 6th and 7th, and then the 13th and 14th, and it'll run from 10:30 to 3 p.m. each day. Guests will be able to explore and test their knowledge of Greek mythology and check out Greek and Roman art. There's a kind of a quest component, and you get a special prize if you complete it. Tickets are free, but they are also required. So you'll want to make sure that you check out our article and click the link so you can get yours if that's something you're interested in. But yeah, just even looking at this area, I can see why this is a perfect location to do this sort of event or happening. But yeah, I don't know anything about Percy Jackson or the Getty Museum, but I appreciate this effort.
I'm going to answer Fred's question here. He said, what about Encanto? I just double checked. Encanto was in the low 90s also, but Raya still outranked it by, I think, 2%. So
there you go. That's still Percy Jackson. I thought that I put the other article. You can start talking about it as I pull it up, Tony.
Okay. Well, over in Disneyland Paris, they've debuted new passes. Now, don't get confused. Passes in Disneyland Paris is annual passes, whereas tickets are day tickets and multi-day tickets in Paris by all accounts. But over in Disneyland Paris, they have announced some new annual passes coming on February 12th of next year. And they're introducing 2 new ones, the Bronze 1 and the Bronze Max. When you go to Paris, Kyle, or California, because that's comparable, do you do 1 park per day or do you bounce?
Well, especially in the state that previous park was in, we would definitely bounce.
So that's what not the problem, but that's the lowest tier is the Bronze 1 pass, and it only allows 1 park per visit per day. So if you went to go see let's say the Pixar show at Walt Disney Studios, soon to be Disney Adventure World, you would not be able to go to Disneyland Paris afterward to go enjoy their Big Thunder Mountain on the little island or anything like that. You would be limited only to that first park you went in. The Bronze Max is both, and then so are the rest. And then from there, it's just different levels of perks and tiers. I like the gold one, the top tier one, gets you 50% off on everything, and not everything, food and dining locations or dining and merchandise locations, but it also gets you access, early park access, like similar to what you would be if you were staying on site, which I thought was a fun benefit also. But yeah, so those come out February 12th over in Disneyland Paris. Now all 3 tiers can also only have, or I'm sorry, all 4 tiers can only have 3 reservations at a time, which is kind of shocking compared to stateside, where higher tiers can have 5, lower tiers have 2 or 3. And then, yeah, that's it. So
for a few years, Beck and I had the previous product, which they called Pass Annuel. That was before they flushed everybody out. I think there was like a short window where we could have renewed and we didn't. But yeah, those definitely worked differently. And the thing that I liked is she had the top tier pass and I had the second top tier pass. So if we went to buy merch or food, we'd have her pay so she could use the higher discount. But those 2 top tiers both had the dedicated park access. So you get your own turnstile, and also you get in like a half hour early or an hour early. So we would just go on mornings, and especially when, with the time difference, no one was bothering me for work, and we just get to go walk around the parks in the morning. So it's a little sad that a lot of those features have been trimmed back with over the years.
Doobie says, so the world forgot about it. Movie Raya is the best reviewed Disney movie in recent times. That's crazy. That's also true, but it's also 1/7 of the staterooms on the Disney Destiny, who Doobie was just on. So I guess he didn't see those, but is it still me? It is still me. This is where I was getting thrown off.
You got quite a rock block here. Sorry.
Yeah.
You worked in radio. You know about a rock block.
Yes. Here at Walt Disney World, where I am in Orlando, they did something interesting, I thought, but also kind of cool for those who are staying at on-site resorts. Under the recreation tab on the official Walt Disney World website, you can now find a PDF of the activities calendar. If you're familiar with Walt Disney World on-site resorts, it's basically the guide you see kind of peppered throughout the resort ground saying, this is what movies we're going to show tonight out on the lawn. This is what activities are happening by the pool. DVC resorts also are like known with like craft activities and all kinds of stuff like that. That's all available now ahead of time. Nothing is date specific, it's day specific. So basically this program will recur every week unless there's a major programming change, in which case they will then change it. Here's a good example we used as for the Caribbean Beach Resort, or Caribbean Beach, however you want to say it. But yeah, so you could see that each night there's a movie being screened, and this is what the movies are. And it's really cool as a pre-planning tool for those coming who know, like, oh, I want to, I'm going to leave Animal Kingdom that day at 5, but I'll stay at the hotel instead of hopping to another park. So this is what we could do, that kind of idea. But I was also kind of surprised because now you've given locals a reason to come hang out at the hotels too, by showing all this in advance. But yeah, so yeah. That is now up on the Walt Disney World website.
What I think is funny is that this is Caribbean Beach, but it could also be any timeshare in the Orlando area.
Yeah,
they all have this exact
also
same
because of this, I think, because this was one of the first like really themed pools at Walt Disney World, and it took off. And then I think that's why all the others jumped on. And Pirates is a generic, trademarkless, mostly way of decorating a Orlando themed pool. But yes,
yeah. Well, Tony,
which one are you thinking of specifically? I have a feeling I might know.
Oh, I've stayed at several Marriott. I've stayed at Hilton one, I think.
Okay.
Wyndham.
The Wyndham one
is
was the one
main
I thought you were going for.
Yeah.
Because it definitely had like the fortress towers and stuff like that too.
But so did I went to a Marriott one that was like that, and same thing with a Hilton near SeaWorld, I think it was. Anyway, once I found out that Tony was going to be co-hosting this morning, I had him add these 2 stories because I wasn't going to try to do them without him. So I'm happy that we can deliver you this news from the mouth of Tony.
Yes, no, I'm very happy too. About 2 years ago, I went to the CTN Expo. No, I lied. This one was last year. But Aaron Blaise, who is the co-director of Brother Bear, and a long list of, especially with animals, animating animals at the Walt Disney Studios in the Renaissance period, he did his own short film completely on his own. I would say it's 98% him doing the character animation, the effects animation, the background art, everything. He talked about that. He used all digital tools, but it's still completely hand-drawn. And it is now going to be available for all to see. Normally he's been doing the festival circuits, or because there's a conservation message in this short, he's also shown it at national parks. But Friday, Black Friday, in a few days, this will be available on YouTube for all to see, on likely on his official thing. They announced it, but they didn't say where, but it was also kind of hinted at that it's going to be his official page. You could follow the link on our page and head right to it and check it out on Friday. We don't know yet if it's going to last longer than Friday or if it's just like a special for the holiday, but it's definitely worth checking out. Now, the year prior to that, at that CTN Expo, Andreas Deja, Disney legend, showed off his animated film, his directorial debut, Mushka, which has also been doing the festival circus for a few years now. What'd you say, Kyle?
Miska, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. The story of a Siberian tiger who is found by a human girl, and she has to decide whether to raise it in the safety of her own home or release it into the wild, and the dangers of the wild, which also include, say it with me, man. So yeah, but that will be available on video on demand services and through Apple TV on December 15th. So everybody will have a chance to see that one too, both of which I highly recommend checking out, both completely hand-drawn. Andreas Deja, known for really not breaking the medium and sticking with 2D, brought all of that skill to that short too. And short is a loose term on that one. It's like within 90 seconds of being a short. So yes.
Tony, I have breaking news. Mom Talk has apparently survived because we are getting more episodes of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. They just announced a new season is coming in early 2026. And I also saw that Whitney is her name, right? The one that was on Dancing with the Stars?
Yes. Well, there was Whitney and then there was Jen.
Yeah, Jen was out earlier. Whitney was kicked off last week. She'll be coming back. I guess she's not in some of the episodes in season 3. Probably because she was doing Dancing with the Stars, but she'll be back for more. And so, yeah, at least 20 more episodes of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives coming to Hulu in the future. And much to Alex's chagrin, if you've read his recaps, and I don't know anybody that actually likes this show, but apparently people are watching it as a guilty pleasure. All's Fair on Hulu has been renewed for a second season, a Ryan Murphy show starring people that have previously worked with Ryan Murphy.
Sarah Paulson.
UC Nash, Kim Kardashian. Alex is doing a recaps of this show, and he tells us every week how much he is not enjoying it. I don't know if that shows up on the page, but he tells us in our meetings how much he's not enjoying it. But nevertheless, it's doing boffo. So congratulations to the team over there.
Doobie's not here, but those are his terms.
Boffo?
It's a legitimate term. I know that, but yes.
I only associate it with box office because that's the only time we used to, when we log into our computer system at the theater, it would say have a boffo day.
I associate it with Superstar Limo, but let's move on.
Fair enough. It's time for the Disney Plus top 10. And now we check out the Disney Plus site that gives us the top 10 without any Hulu being adulterated in. Zootopia, appropriately enough, on Zootopia 2's opening day is number 1. Freakier Friday in second place. Fantastic Four First Steps at number 3. They even made a Thanksgiving thumbnail for it. A Toy Story Bonanza, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 2, a very Jonas movie, The Way of Water, Toy Story 4 falls a little bit further, and then Avatar. So to answer the question, I guess I'm going to start calling this the Disney Plus bumper jinx, because as soon as I make a bumper that calls out a movie, it stops being in the top 10. But no, I assume that once we get this, feels like, holiday gathering fare. Once we get closer to Christmas, I think you'll see the Santa Claus in there some more.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Not abysmal. In fact, Alex says, Zootopia 2, a perfect sequel, smart, funny, and full of heart. Tony, I don't know if you watched the show yesterday, but we read your tweet because I forgot to put in the real review. So now we're going to hear Alex's real review, his final paragraph. By the time the credits roll, Zootopia 2 feels less like a return visit and more like a bona fide reunion. It's clever without being cynical, heartfelt without being heavy, and filled with the kind of character work that makes repeat viewing irresistible. Disney Animation has crafted a sequel that stands proudly beside the original. Judy and Nick's partnership remains lightning in a bottle, and with newcomers like Gary DeSnake in the mix, it's clear this city still has plenty of stories worth telling. And he gives it 5 out of 5 pen recorders. And I see a note here, Tony would have given it 5 out of 5 anti-venom pens, or maybe 5 out of 5 tubas with a dick stick.
Dick stuck in it.
Oh.
It's a running gag throughout the movie. Go see the movie in theaters today.
Okay. Let's move on from
and the rest.
I had a perfect segue. I'm not going to use it. But Joe Buck is going to be having a very special day on December 1st. He is, for some reason, going to be appearing on GMA before he calls Monday Night Football, as he usually does, alongside Troy Aikman. And yeah, good for him. He acts like he's the only person who has. He's trying to get on the level of like Michael Strahan or Ryan Seacrest, where they just have all of the jobs. I think that's probably what's happening here.
I saw that American Idol's coming back. So does that mean Wheel of Fortune's going on hiatus, or what's going on?
I don't know. Can't he give one of them to Dunkelman? Just one. Anyway, yesterday, Disney, or specifically, I think it was Marvel, had some fun with the release of Wicked for Good, just kind of sharing a series of tweets of different pairs. And it just says, Because I Knew You, which is a reference to the song For Good in the show. This is one of them, and it'll lead you to a thread of several others. Fun little nod. And I like the way that these are 2 separate photos that they just cut perfectly. Very impressed. Social media manager working overtime. Well done. And finally, if you are somehow watching this show and not subscribed to Disney Plus and Hulu, then you'll want to sign up for Black Friday, because they're having a special sale where you can get the bundle, the duo bundle, for $4.99. That's what it is. Now I'm confused.
I was trying to figure out,
but it's $4.99 for a month.
I was trying to figure out that last poster on the right, but it was Mormon Wives, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that seems what it is. So anyway, yeah, Black Friday deals, Hulu and Disney Plus. If you don't have it, it's a good time to sign up and save yourself some money.
I'm going to respond to this comment real quick. Zootopia 2 was so good. I hope they do a third one. Stay after the credits, everybody. Always sit through the credits anyway. A lot of people put their work into these movies, but also, you never know what might be at the end.
Yesterday, Jeremiah was featured on the news. If you watched Orlando, was it 9? ABC 9?
It's WFTV 9 ABC, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But he was there watching Disney volunteers deliver Thanksgiving meals, part of the coalition for the homeless in Central Florida. So he has a we have a write-up all about that and what Disney is doing to help people in their community. And then Rebecca was at Paley Fest, New York a little bit ago and wrote about a session with Eli Manning, TV star and two-time, I believe, Super Bowl champion. So you can check out her recap of that event over on Laughing Place as well. And then didn't get a chance to mention this yesterday, but we do have a brand new Laughing Place on location, this time with Mike Celestino from the Disneyland Resort, checking out all that the holidays have to offer that was not rained out on the day that he went. So one more thing you can check out right here on YouTube or over on our site. Doobie has arrived, but we are going to, Tony, I'm going to test your knowledge and then we'll jump into the...
Okay, let me address this. Benji Breitbart 2458 said, "Is Joe Buck his Zootopia name?"
Could be.
Or we can get really confused and we'll have Doe Buck.
I like it.
Okay.
All right, Tony, are you ready?
Yes. Another comment, though. Fred Ramirez, I think he thought I was referring to the production babies on the credits. They've been adding that since Toy Story 30 years ago. Is Fred a time traveler? But no, I think he means Toy Story 3. They were long before that also, I think. But Zootopia 2, I have to shout out a friend of mine from college. His baby is in the production babies for Zootopia 2.
Nice.
Congrats.
On this day in 1933, a singer was born, and he has a surprising number of Disney credits. He appears in Recess School's Out. He appears in Toy Story 2. He also had appearances on Boy Meets World and The Simpsons.
Thank you for Toy Story 2, because now I know it's Robert Goulet.
It is Robert Goulet, yes. On this day in 1955, a Disney legend was born. He created what I believe to be one of Tony's most watched films, and one that we talk about often.
What year?
1955.
Born in 55. A movie we talk about a lot.
A lot. We talk about this movie a lot, Tony. He directed it.
The immediate one I'm thinking of would not qualify.
Okay. He's a Disney legend.
Yeah.
And notice I did not mention that he's an actor. Maybe he produces, maybe he directs.
Again, the movie I'm thinking of would not qualify.
Which movie are you thinking of? I don't.
American Summer.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
It's a documentary, Tony.
Oh, Don Hahn.
Don Hahn,
Yeah.
yes. Waking Sleeping Beauty. Is
Yes.
that among your most watched films?
That's my comfort movie.
On this day in 1992, Disney released a remake.
In 1992?
Yeah.
A remake?
Mm-hmm. Of another live action movie. It wasn't like a...
Father of the Bride?
No.
Mm.
Stars Robin Williams.
How am I missing this?
I don't know. and a green goo of sorts.
Oh, Flubber.
Yeah, Flubber.
That was 92? I thought that was like 97.
Oh, I guess it was 92. On this day in 2003, Disney released a movie that I was surprised to learn wasn't released a few weeks earlier.
What year?
2003.
Was it Brother Bear?
No. There's a 2023 version of this movie too.
Oh, okay. Live action animated.
Live action on Disney Plus. I said I was surprised it wasn't released a few weeks earlier than it was.
I'm what year? The first one?
It 2003.
And it was a remake? Oh, Haunted Mansion.
No, I didn't say it was a remake.
Okay.
Yes, it's Haunted Mansion.
Haunted
I said
Mansion.
there was a remake in 2023.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's not a remake, but there's another
Yeah.
version.
Yeah, so Haunted Mansion.
Finally, I hope you can get this one a little faster. An attraction reopened at Disneyland after a long time closure. One would say 7-year closure, at least.
What year did it reopen?
2008. So it
Oh,
means that it closed in 2001.
Finding Nemo subs.
No,
Oh,
it's not a huge attraction. It's a small attraction. It's still there.
Sleeping Beauty Castle.
Sleeping Beauty Castle walkthrough.
Yeah, the walkthrough.
Yeah, closed after 9/11 and then reopened.
I'd like to thank Fred and Benji. Flubber was 1997.
Okay, cool. I must have wrote it down wrong from This Day in Disney History.
Oh, I thought you were just had the website open and you were just going through it.
No, I copy them down. There's too much to scroll, Tony. I can't just do this on the fly. Let me see if they have it wrong, or I probably just wrote it down wrong. But while I do that, let me actually click the button first, and then I'll bring him on. As soon as I finish.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. I'm a loser.
Hello.
My bad. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. My name's Doobie Mosley. Oh, no. I mean, that's all.
So we're not the same person. I've heard there are rumors going around on the internet that we might be the same person because we're never seen in the same stream twice.
Do not insult me that way, Tony.
I just wrote it down wrong. I'll show you a screenshot later, Tony. You could see how my confusion.
Okay. And the
Hi,
crowd
Doobie.
goes wild for Doobie.
How you doing?
We're going to do winners and losers. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it. We've never done it with 3 people before. So who wants to start?
I will start.
Go for it.
Mostly because I don't want any of you guys to take this one. Winner, Zootopia 2. My wife and I saw it the other day. Very surprised. We were expecting something kind of akin to Moana 2 or other sequels out there, but this completely blew us out of the water, and we were very pleased. And to use the Doobie term, this thing will be doing boffo at the box office. So
It's gone
how about a map to your house, Nick Wilde?
Congratulations, Zootopia 2. Nice to see Disney with a big hit like that.
Doobie, did you want to go next, or you want me?
Sure, I'll go next. So, again, like Tony, to make sure no one takes this one. I'm going with Walt Disney Imagineering, which has debuted some spectacular stuff, specifically in Olaf, that's able to teeter all over the place all by itself. Plus, we learned even the BDX droids were more impressive than we thought. WDI research and development is amazing with some really, really cool stuff that hopefully we'll all get to seeing soon, not just Benji.
WDI R&D, yeah, you know me.
Well, in an effort to be different, I will say 3, 2, 1. My winner of the week is Robert Irwin, winning with a record number of votes on Dancing with the Stars. I feel like they were pushing real hard to make this happen. But
they kept saying, like, if you've never voted before, now's the time. Here's how to do it.
He got the Mirabelle
all
trophy.
Season, you're like, kind of set him up for success. He was one of the first ones cast, that they wanted to make this narrative arc work, and it did. So congratulations to him nonetheless.
Tony, go watch the show. You said Mirabelle trophy, and it's very cute.
It might be. Sometimes when there's a lot of R's involved, they all slur together. So
it's because you're just so animation focused.
So we will snake back, and the snake back. My loser of the week is this poor girl.
No.
Who thought that the Mickey thing was happening at the same time that it was shown on the TV, and had this great room across from Bellagio, and learned that nothing was happening at the time. So sorry to be her.
That's when a loser becomes a winner, though. There's 20,000 likes on that thing. So
I just love the delivery on that. This poor girl.
I guess she's not poor, depending on looking at where she's staying. The fact that she's there for F1, but
she's doing all right. My winner of the week was WDI. My loser of the week is North American theme parks, because they announced and showed off this really amazing walking Olaf, and we've still got the 4-foot guy walking around, and no mention of when we'll get him. So why, Disney, can we not get the cool stuff here at Disneyland and Disney World? Because we're losers.
Tony.
My loser of the week is Grand Floridian traditionalists. Everybody got excited when the Christmas decor arrived at the Grand Floridian, because we were kind of told that might not be happening this year, but it hit and it arrived, but it was missing one big thing, and that's the landmark gingerbread house. So anybody heading over to the Grand Floridian will see everything else except for that.
I want to make an honorable mention, piggybacking on that one, because when they initially announced all the gingerbread houses, they had the Wilderness Lodge on the list, and then they quietly removed that from the list, and they just kind of gave it a little tiny display. So.
I will say I considered making both my winner and loser Disney Adventure World. One for looking awesome, but having a dumb name. Anything else you want? You said you were going to close out the show, did we?
No, I said I wanted to do. Did I say that? I just wanted to do winners and losers. So I'm even going to take myself.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you all for joining us for this edition of the Disney Morning Show. Sorcerer Streak, the current question is still going from yesterday. I am in the lead, so try to knock me off in
What's the question
short
again?
amount of time. It is, will Zootopia 2 be the top movie at the box office today, according to the-numbers.com, the official box office tracking site of Laughing Place. Closer to the front gate of... I don't know. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll be back. Well, first of all, we hope you all have a lovely Thanksgiving. And
are you watching the parade tomorrow?
Friday. What?
Are you watching the parade tomorrow?
If NBC comes in, I guess I have Peacock. So yeah, I'll watch a part of it if I wake up in time. And then the dog show also on.
Yeah, I always sleep through the musical performances, and I usually wake up right at the time when the cops are doing the swirl and they start coming down the street. So
I will also be watching the Beatles anthology episodes today and tomorrow and the next day. So looking forward to that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We will not have a morning show tomorrow, or I don't believe on Friday, but we will have a special edition of Barely Necessities on Friday. So make sure you tune in for that, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
bye-bye.